Hello again, everybody. This is Dr. Deborah. All right. So many of you know, if you've heard me talk before, if you read my bio or something, you know I'm a therapist. And one of the things that I do as a therapist is help people with conflict. Whew. And of course, I've had my own share of conflicts and continue to. That's just life. That's the nature of relationships. If you in any kind of relationship, there's going to be a difference of opinion or a difference in doing something that you have to struggle through and work out. That's just the nature. But what about when you're trying to solve a conflict and the other person is not willing, not open, not trying, quite comfortable with the conflict, kind of seem to enjoy it, some people, or just stuck because they don't know how to be in a relationship that requires that kind of work. They don't want to do the work because it is hard. But have you ever done something that you thought was hard and he's like, dog, it wasn't as hard as I thought it was? But that's kind of the way it is. Of course, the front side of it is that it feels like you're trying to learn how to ride a bike or skate or something. You might fall a lot, but because you want to learn how to ride it or learn how to skate, you keep trying till you get it. Now, that might seem elemental, and it is, but you get the point. If you really, and I mean both of you, if you really want to work it out, you can. Just take a little longer, maybe need a little coaching or a therapist, but you can do it. But my if this were a movie, the contention here is there is one person in the relationship that's not interested in creating peace. I think the last video I did said didn't let him go because what can you do unless you enjoy the drama? And if you don't, then take care of yourself and remove yourself from it and be thankful and be at peace and acknowledge it and release it. That's all you can do because people who like drama, people who have not grown up, people who are not rising to the adult occasion, and the assumption here is that when you get to be an adult, you do better. You do things you don't that you don't do things that you did when you were 13 and 12 because you didn't have the skill, the understanding, the belief, the hope for some of us is that you learn, you understand, you grow, and you change in how you respond to people. But some people choose not to do, and I say choose not to do that, and so they rather complain and compete, and be at war instead of deciding, making a different decision about it, and then that means you have to make a decision for yourself. So conflict resolution only works when there is a desire, a will to resolve it, and if you decide that you are in a relationship with someone who's not interested in doing that, then you have to figure out whether you want to keep doing what y'all doing or you want to just take care of yourself and move on. And then count it all joy and then decide, oh, that was the best thing. And then say, oh, I'm the one that didn't need to be in this. Oh, I got a real good story. I think I've said this before. I was dating someone back in my 20s uh, who had another girlfriend. And of course, I found out the hard way that I wasn't the one. I was the other one. But when I realized that I was the other one, I was fine with that. That was a blessing for me. So that's a long story short. Just be grateful when you get somebody quit you, because that might be what needed to happen. I think that goes with the last talk I did, but you get it. All right. Until next time. And there will be a next time in just a few minutes or tomorrow. It depends on how I do this. But uh, I'm here. It's been Dr. Deborah. I'm a how to love master, and how are you loving? How are you loving? Because this is all about love. It most definitely always is. Okay, let me say something about that. Because love is just not just how you feel, people. Love is what you do. And when you do something for someone that's that's positive, and sometimes that leads to positivity, because in the moment, like falling off a bike, is not positive. But it is because you get back up and you get back on, or it is because you finally learn, or it is, or you learn something from it. Either way, and so that is always love when it leads to growth on your part of giving and receiving, or whether the other person gets it or not, you get it. And that's all you can do is get your lesson. They get theirs when and if they get it. Now I can end this. It's been Dr. Deborah. And how are you loving?